y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back this afternoon just kind of messing around in my craft group. I am just working on another paper purse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use chipboard to make it more sturdy, and I'm going to make my purse 5 inches in height, and I'm going to do 7 inches in width. So it'll make it a little wider, and then I'm going to do 2.5 inches on for my bottom of my purse, just so it gives me a little space in there. So I've already grabbed some paper, and this paper actually, let me show you the collection it came from. And it came from, it's this one right here, Perfect Moments. I got this at Joann Fabrics. This is a very, very, very heavyweight cardstock, so I thought it would be good to use for my paper purse. Now, because I'm going to do 5 inches in height, I'm not going to have enough space, so I'm going to have to join a piece of paper together. So I'm not going to worry about trying to make sure I line it up with this print. I'm not going to worry about that. That's too much stress. So I am just going to go ahead and I am going to just eyeball it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to join my paper, and I'm going to use a piece of score tape and join it. And I thought, well, maybe I should make it where this is underneath, but then I thought, you know what? I am just going to go with it. It's going to be just fine. So first I'm going to join this together. I'm going to grab my paper, and the paper I have is 9 inches by the length of my paper. So this one was 12. And so just make sure you're 9 inches because your purse is 7 inches. And so you want to add an inch on each side so we can fold over the paper. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you get it joined together. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to grab my scoreboard, and I like to score myself an inch line on the side and kind of a little bit on the bottom. That way then I kind of know where to put my chipboard. Okay, so I'm like an inch. I'm just going to do the inch just over there, just kind of eyeballing it. I'll move this out of the way. And then all you're going to have to do is kind of take it and fold it. You can see the paper, if you could see the texture of this paper, it really is, it's a thick piece of cardstock. It really, really is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold. Make it a little easier. And fold to kind of get it going. Okay, now I've gone ahead and added double-sided tape on the back of my pieces of chipboard, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the paper off of it. And I'm just going to use it and kind of line it up. Line it up there. And just kind of line it up. I like to do this. It just kind of helps me to try to get it semi-straight. You can use my brayer tool and kind of press it down. You can use your bone folder if you like. And then I'm going to grab my 2.5. It's 2.5 by 7. It's going to be the bottom of my purse. And I think I'm just going to use a little glue for the bottom since it was so small. So I'm using my art glitter glue. I have a little appreciation giveaway going on, just a small giveaway. I hope that you go back to my last video I posted this morning, and maybe you'll enter. The only requirement is to be subscribed to my channel. Well, you have to be 18 or older, and I don't think I mentioned that, but you do have to be 18 or older. But yeah, that's pretty good. I got it pretty straight there. I'm impressed with my own self here. Okay, now I'm going to do my last piece. This one's a 5 by 7. Just remember your 7 is going to be the width and your 5 is going to be the height. Okay, so I'm just gonna eyeball it, kind of get it lined up the best place. That looks actually really good. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. Use my brayer tool, and I think this will make a nice base to my purse. It's a nice print. So, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to chop this off. Now, I didn't get my paper totally straight right there, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be underneath. Don't worry about that. Just do the best you can. Okay, so now, just like an album, you're going to add score tape all around and get these folded over and miter your corners. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some tape just along the edge. Just like this. And I'm going to go all the way around and then I'm going to miter my corners. Okay, so I've got all my tape all the way around and I've already mitered my corners. I've kind of folded up my sides. So now I like to add glue going all the way around. So I'm going to do one side at a time. Y'all, this paper is so thick. I really do like that. And I don't even know what the weight of it is. It just came in that paper collection. It's just a nice thick, and it's got a nice it's got a feel to it. It's not smooth, if that makes sense. Adding that. Look at that. Press this down really good. Okay, now I'm going to do the other sides. Okay, so I'm to the last side. Make sure you poke in your corners over here because you don't want them kind of sticking out. And I add my glue. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had a call come in. It was spam and it knocked me off. And here I am still working on it and I didn't realize it. So I've already finished gluing this side over. This looks really good. Look at this paper. I wish you could, can you see the texture? It's so beautiful. Okay, so for the sides, because we need to have sides to our purse. So we need, I figured that I needed at least 1 inch on each side to hold it together to my bag and then to the bottom. So I've already gone ahead and scored that. So I am looking at this. It is 6 inches in height. And it is by 3.5 inches. I scored at 1 inch on 3 sides. Gently fold these. Get them all scored over. You could make this side a little shorter if you want, since it's the sides, but I'm just going to go with this. I think this will look good. So I'm going to do this. And you want to make sure you've got your 2.5 inches. That's for your piece that's the middle here. And you have 1 inch on each side. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't really think we need these corners. I think they're just going to be in the way. You can always fold it over like this if you like. And actually, let me leave that on. I want to see how I like that. Okay. So I'm going to cut this one too. Just cut on the score line up. And if I don't like them, I will cut them off. So they'll end up going like this. It kind of makes it that boxy feel on the bottom. So now what I think the best way to do this is I'm going to fold these up. And you're going to attach this to the bottom. Just like if you have a die. Like if you have a die that's a purse. That's kind of how you construct those. That's my thought process on this. So I want to make sure that I'm putting it right in the center. And let me see what I did with my pen here. I've got a pen and I want to mark where this is because it's hard for me to see it. And it's going to be up inside anyway. So now I'll be able to see where to put it when I line it up here. Okay, so I'm going to grab some glue or some tape. Let's try tape. Let's try tape and glue. And I'm going to put it right along this edge. If I had like 1/2 inch, but I think I'm out of 1/2 inch. And so I'm going with what I've got here. Okay, I'm going to do that, get that pressed on. And let's see how this is going to work here. So I'm going to go ahead and peel my paper off. My tape. I'm going to add a little glue. That way it gives me a little wiggle room as well. I'm going to fold these sides up. And now I'm just going to place this on here. Right in between those little marks I made. And I think that worked out pretty good. Pretty good. So I'm going to get this pressed down. And then I'll be able to keep these over here and fold those in when it's time. But I think we need to do the other side as well. Let me put my tape. I hope everybody's having a great day. You know, I got up this morning, I cleaned my house. If you saw my last video, I was talking about that. I got things done around my house. I haven't washed laundry, but I don't have much. I do work from home this next week, so a lot of times when I work from home, I don't stress over getting all the laundry done by Sunday night because I know I'm going to be at home and I can throw it in and get right back to work. So I didn't do that, but I don't really have much. I need to wash all my rugs. You know how that gets. Sometimes you gotta wash all your rugs. And okay, I'm gonna try to do this without making a little mark. So I'm trying to see it. I think that looks fairly good. I'm gonna press that down. Oops. And nope, I gotta move it over. I wasn't in the middle after all. Okay, see, that's the one nice thing about adding that glue. It gave me a little wiggle room. Okay, now, I think I'm doing pretty good now. I'm in the center. Okay, so now I'm going to work on getting these sides on here. And as you know, these will fold up. Okay, and then you'll glue the sides to the sides here. So I'm just going to go with my glue. And you could add tape, glue, whatever you feel is best. I'm just going to try my glue for now and see if I like it or if I need a hot glue. Okay, folding this little piece. Moving it kind of straight. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this up. Okay, so I got to make sure I fold this one in. So you're going to fold it up because I got my glue on there, and I'm going to join my sides. And I'm going to get that pressed down. See how nicely that looks? That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to do this side over here. So let me get glue where I need it. It's going to need to put that, I'm going to go ahead and get that lined up in the bottom. And that way then, actually I'm going to have to do it this way. I was confusing my own self. Okay, I'm going to add my glue. So I'm going to have to hold this over. Sorry, I know it's tall. There we go. Glue on here. You want to make sure you have ample glue so things stay together. And just press it down when you get it where you want it. Now I'm going to have to fix this again here. It's all good. Okay, it's not. Oh, you know what? It is going good. Okay. almost confusing myself. I just want to make sure that I'm getting this all right where I want it. I think I'm going to try a little hot glue on this side. I want to see if the hot glue is going to work. And I think the little flap, I think I'll glue it last. I got my hot glue, so let me give it a try. I want to make sure that it adheres really well. And you know, little purses, you get wear and tear. They make great gifts. These little things make great gift bags. So I'm gonna leave that folded down, and then I'm just gonna bring this side up and join my sides and get it pressed down. Now I got a little higher right there, but I think I can disguise that a little bit. Okay, not too bad. And see, if you got a little bit pulling out, I'm just gonna get some glue up in here. We're gonna make this work. Hold it down a minute. And this is already feeling very, very, very sturdy already. Okay, let's get that hot glue. I'm gonna go down here and get as much in here as I can. Look at my poor fingers, y'all. I'm so sorry you have to look at those. Okay, gonna line it up at the edge. Press it down. Okay, I'm gonna add a little regular glue up in here in the edges. This on, press this down, and I'm going to give this a minute. I want this glue to adhere. Okay, so I stopped for a sec to let my sides dry, and I added some little Clover Wonder clips on the top just to hold it, and I think they're dry enough where I can work with them. So now I'm going to put some paper down inside. So I've cut myself a piece of paper, and this is like 6 7/8 by a little less than 2 1/2, so it will fit in the bottom of my purse. If I have to cut it down a little bit, I'll cut it down a little bit. But let's just see. I think that it will probably fit. If it doesn't, I'll cut it down. So I think I'll add in the bottom piece first. And let's just add some glue and go for it. I could have taken the easy way out and made the simple little purse or used my die. But for some reason, I just thought, you know what, Dina? You should just use chipboard and it will make a cute little sturdy purse. Okay, added that in the bottom. And that fit actually perfectly. So see, there's the bottom. So I'm just making sure that it's down where it needs to be. And now I'm going to add my sides. So the sides will fit down in there. And we know our purse was 5 by 7. So I did it 6 7/8 by 4 7/8. Just took off a little bit of it there. So I'm going to add my glue mainly around these edges. We want to get these edges adhered really well. And then I'm just going to slide it down, and I'm going to press it up against the side. And get it pressed down in here. So let me lay it down so I can see what I'm doing here. And I could have probably went a little bit shorter, but it's okay. It's all good. So there we go. That's the side. Now I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to cut myself. I think I might leave the sides of it the cream color. I think that will look good because I want to be able to fold these in, and it's already pretty sturdy, and I think that I will leave the sides this cream color that's on there. So let's add this last piece onto the other side. Okay, and here I go, sliding it down, and I'm just going to press it down on the side. We'll let this dry really well. Now I have a lined purse. Look at that. Now, if you're gentle, you can kind of take these sides and you kind of go in a little bit if you like. So it'll have that little, see how it's already got like that little indentation right there? You can always take it and kind of pinch it just so we can kind of get it started, and just so that way then you can see it kind of can go fold in. I love that color's inside. Okay, I just want to make sure everything is pressed down really well. Okay, so now we're going to work on the straps and some trim. Okay, I can still see a little piece. I just want to make sure it's down really good. And there we go. I like that. That looks good. I love the outside. I love how that it looks inside. I love leaving the cream on the side. Okay, so I'm going to cut my pieces for my straps and work on what I want to do next and my trim. I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and use the same color for the straps because I love the texture of the paper and it's so thick. So I've cut 2 pieces, and these are 12 inches by 1 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round my corners on these. I'm going to use I think I'll just use the 1/4 inch. See if I can just kind of round them up a little bit. Maybe if it works for me. Y'all know my thingy doesn't always work good for me here. And then I have to fix it. Let's see if I can fix it. It's gonna work. Sometimes it doesn't want to work good for me. I'm gonna try this side again to kind of even it up. Close enough. I'm gonna round this one. Round this one. See? It's that one side, and I don't know if it's the way I hold my paper or what. I'm just going to go with it. Okay, I'm going to hold it. And I think I'll flip it over. See if I can try to at least get it as good as I can. This one. Do y'all go through this? I asked this the other day about this. Okay, I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let me move that out of the way. So I thought I would add my straps, but I thought to cover up where this seam is, I would add a little pocket. So I cut myself a piece of paper, and it is 2.5, and it's by 6. But I scored at 1/2 inch on each side, and then I notched it out, mitered my corners. And I thought before I put it on, I would add a little trim where it pokes out just behind, okay? Just like this, or I thought it would be cute to even just put it like here, but I think I'll put it behind. So I'm going to add glue and get this on before I attach the pocket. And before I do anything else. Hope you're still with me, y'all. This is a process, and you've got to think about it as you go, how you want to do it, and I'm just crafting right along with you today. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to make sure that's glued down. And now I'm just going to add my glue. We have a new grocery store down the street from us. Literally, it's 2 minutes from my house. It's fabulous. And y'all, I have been there almost every day just because I'll think, oh, I'll make this. Okay, I think I'm just going to put it down low. And I was thinking a while ago, I think I need to pick up something for those tacos I want to make. So I might have to go buy avocados. Everybody needs avocados whenever they eat tacos. You need some guacamole. Okay, so got a little pocket going on here. I think I might go out just a little bit. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so I also have this. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I thought it'd be a nice trim to go across. So I think I'll cut myself a piece of that. So this, pretty much from this going on, all you got to do is just decorate the best way you want and just kind of do what you want to do. So just bring you along with me. Okay, I'm going to add my hot glue on these. Right along. So I found this in the ribbon section. Okay, I'm going to stick it on. Then I had a glue stick. I'll add it right along the edge. Let me get my glue stick in here so I can get my glue up underneath the edge here. I have not left the house today. I get like that on Saturdays where I just don't feel like it, but I do need to go. I need to start buying some things like for our trip, some more things. Okay, there. I like that. That's okay. Now, let me see if I want to put it all the way around. I think I won't, but I know I'm going to add it along the edge. And I think I'll add like a little button or something. So I'm just going to add this right along the edge. So I'm going to do it on both sides. I think it needs it on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue. And I add my trim. Look at that, it matches so nicely. Look at that, I like that. That looks good. Let me take my clip out of there now. I think that's good and dry. I'm gonna do the same thing for this top. Let me add a piece on here and then do the other side. Cute, cute. I like that. Add my glue. I'm going to turn it around. This SureBonder glue gun sure does not disappoint at all. It is the best glue gun I've ever had. Okay, I want to make sure my piece is straight before this hardens really good. Look at that. I like that, adding that little trim on there. That is so cute. Okay, I'm going to add some on the back and I'll be back. Okay, so I got the trim on the back. Doesn't that look just pretty? I went ahead and measured about where I'm going to want my straps. And so I'm going to go in about 1 inch from each side. And so I measured over here as well. So that way I can go ahead and get my straps on. Oh, look at this. It's coming up. Let me get some glue on here. Okay, there we go. Get down there where you belong, little trim. Okay, I love how clean and simple this is. Y'all know me, I'm a clean and simple kind of crafter. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my little straps, you want to kind of take it, and I'm just going to kind of run my bone folder over to kind of curve it, give it a little shape. And I'm going to use my my doohickey here, my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm going to put this up in here, and I'm going to punch my holes. So I'm going to just kind of line this up. Let me see if I can figure out exactly where I want it. Let me see which one it's on. It's on the big one. I'm thinking I need to put it on the 1/8 inch. And y'all, I know this is crazy the way I'm doing this, but this is the way Dana can see it. Okay, I'm just going to line up. I see where my hole is. And I'm just going to press and get a hole in there. And there we go. Got myself a hole. I'm going to do that on the other 3 sides, and then we'll attach our straps. Okay, so I've got my holes punched, and I went ahead and punched holes in the ends of each of my straps, and I'm just going to use these gold brads that I have on hand here. I think that they're an okay size, so I'm just going to use my brad, poke it through the front, and then I'm just going to stick it in through the back here. And I'll have to use something to kind of cover up that brad. So now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Add a brad. And let me turn it. I want it to be flat. Okay, see how that is? That's not bad at all. They'll stay on really well with the brads. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I need 2 more brads. Add. Stop. I think I could have went down a little lower on this one, but it's all good. I like how sturdy this has become. That chipboard's a game changer. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? Look at that. I like that so much. Now I want to cover these up. Or actually, they're gold. They match the trim. But I think what I'm going to leave it at this. You get the idea how it's going to look. And I am just going to like add some little things. I purchased these to hang off the little purse. I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. And I just think that they'll make a cute little addition hanging off the side of the purse. And these were like up by the register or something like that is where I found them. And so I think I'll add them on. Gotta add some pink in there. Got to add pink. Okay. See how this one says love? So I'm going to work on where I want to add this one in. And then I'm also going to add this one as well. I'll snap a picture and put it at the end of this video so you can see my end result. But that is how I'm putting together my purse. I'm loving it. It's sturdy and how cute. You can work on these. I can put some goodies inside and it's so sturdy. Anyway, yeah, stay tuned for the final result. And yeah, be back. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. What I did is I took some of my lacy trim that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love this trim. And I just tied it around the handle and I tied on these 2 little keychains on the side. And so I want to cover up the brads on the inside. And so I thought I would just use some of these little pink flowers. These are a Paper Studio that I got at Hobby Lobby. And so I thought I would just add the little flowers over it. And I think that that's going to work out just fine. Adding my glue. Pressing down really well. And see, that covers it up. You see in there, it covered up that brad. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to cover up this one too. A while ago I sat here and I was thinking, what should I put on the back? And then I thought, nope, I'm going to leave the back. I want it to be, I just don't want it to be too much. And I just think that I'm leaving the back because I think the paper is beautiful. And yep. So I'm just going to leave the back. Okay, so I'm going to add my last flower. Press it down over those brads. Just want to make sure it gets glued down there really well. Okay, I like it. It covered up the brads. See that? And I'm going to leave these on the outside because the gold matches this gold trim. So I'm going to leave that on the outside. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this purse. I think it's so cute. It turned out darling. Y'all know me. I'm a clean and simple. I don't like to load too much. Now I'm just going to put a few goodies inside and I'm going to send it to my friend. Anyway, I hope you guys like this simple little purse that you can make with chipboard. And look at this. How sturdy is it too? And it's darling. Now, if you really want to go overboard or go farther, you could add some little studs on the bottom as well. And I don't have any of those, but I was thinking about it. I'm wondering if I could clip off part of these and just glue some of these tops of the brads on there. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I'll leave it the way it is. Anyway, I hope you guys like this. I hope you are having a great Saturday. And I hope you're doing something that you love. Anyway, have a great day, y'all. Bye.